Hi everybody, my name is Pam Irwin and I am the instructor for the EDL 851 Supervision and Evaluation of School Personnel class that you're signed up for this semester. Um, my day job is Director of Staff Development and Accreditation for Salina Public Schools in USD 305, and I've been in this job for about 9 years in this district leadership role, so I'm excited that this is also my second semester of teaching this class. So we've made lots of changes, so let me get into this pretty quickly about what you're going to learn and how this class is going to be facilitated over this 8 to 9 week period. It is going to be kind of fast and furious, so make sure that you hang on for the ride. When you are in Blackboard, you're going to see in the announcement section, I'm not planning on putting a lot of announcements here, I just put this one here to direct you to the class site. The class site is where you're going to find all of the course material to get you through the class. The only other thing that we're going to be using Blackboard for this semester are the grades. Grades will be submitted through Blackboard, and any comments that I have for you that are specifically to you about the work that you submitted, you'll find in Blackboard in the grade book. I won't be putting specific feedback to you about an assignment that you submitted on the Google Plus community. Items that are specific to you and about your work will be in Blackboard. So let's move quickly. Let's go ahead and move to the Google site, which is where you will find all of the information for the course. The first thing that I want to draw your attention to is the syllabus. When you click on the syllabus tab, you'll see the syllabus populate in this little window. And although it looks kind of daunting because it is 40 pages, what I want to point out is that the first 24 pages are the standards that are aligned to this class, as well as the administrative master's program. So not all of them are aligned to this particular course. Some of them are but they're all aligned somewhere in the program that you're getting ready that you're working on. As you move through the assignments, you are required to attach standards to the assignments. This is where you can find them. So when you go all the way down to page 24, this is where the information that's really specific to this class begins. I want to talk real quickly about what the expectations are for this course. Number one, I want you to adhere to the directions of each assignment. Number two, get permission before you deviate from the directions. And that's really important because there will be points deducted if you haven't done that. Only use free browser-based digital tools, no vendor-driven commercially produced products. We want to make sure that the tools that you're using to create your assignments are things that everybody would have access to. Manage your time well. There's a lot to do in this class, so you need to stay on top of it and adhere to the deadlines as much as possible, because if you get behind, it's going to be very difficult to keep up. And then finally, learn from one another. I know that there is a lot of work to complete in this class, but I encourage you, even when there isn't a requirement for you to provide feedback to other students in the class, that you take a few minutes and you just read through some of the insights and thinking that other students in the class have about the different assignments. You'll learn tons from each other. Each assignment is worth 50 points. Each module is worth 50 points. Feedback may or may not be given throughout each of the assignments. I'll try to give feedback for everything that you submit, whether that feedback might be a comment or a question to get you thinking a little bit deeper about maybe something that you've posted. Each assignment is due at 9 p.m. on the date that you'll find on the course calendar, on the course outline. You'll have 10 points deducted for being late, unless you contacted me ahead of time, and I will try to be as flexible as possible. But you need to know that, like I said, the course goes very quickly, and especially since we've condensed it to an 8-week course, it's really important that you stay on top of it as much as possible. So those deadlines that are associated on the course outline are really to help keep you on target to be able to complete everything in the time that you have for the class. Okay. So the other thing that is important to talk about with with the grading is that you will also have points deducted for not following directions, as I mentioned earlier, and then also for weak submissions. Remember, this is a graduate level course, so the expectation is that you are submitting graduate level quality work. Each module, as I mentioned, is worth 50 points, and the case study at the end is worth 130 points. So there's a couple ways that you can access the different modules. This information, each module as well as the case study, is outlined in the syllabus. So you'll see that in the remaining 16 pages of this document. But you can also access them by clicking on the module link that's up at the top in the navigation bar. Once you get to this page, then you'll see a link to each one of the modules here at the bottom. When you click on each one of these links, this main page is just the overview page for each of the modules. And when you click on each one of these, this is the same information that you would see in the syllabus, just another way for you to get to it and have it in a more separated place so that you can look at each module individually. The other thing that I want to draw your attention to is the Google Plus community. When you click on the Google Plus community, and I will send you an invite to this, so once you get that invite, then you can organize however you see fit. I bookmark both of the community as well as the site, so when I'm taking classes, so that I can easily get back to them. The way I have set up the community, there's an announcements page, which is where I have put the course outline. I've put this video, obviously, and then I will also put any time I have an announcement, whether it's just a note to each of you or to all of you, or a video, I'll post it here on this announcement page. It won't be on each of the individual module pages. It'll be on this main page. As I mentioned, there's multiple ways to get to the modules. So if you click on the left-hand side, if you click on one of the modules, you will see the description in a Google Doc, which is exactly what you saw on the syllabus as well as in that module format. So this is all the same thing. It's just multiple ways for you to get to it. Let me go back to the announcements page. I want to draw your attention to the course outline. As I mentioned, I have set up the deadlines and the course here so that you see all 12 modules, including Module 13, which is the case study, in this calendar, so that everything is done by December 12th. I set up the deadlines for each module each week so that you have something due on Thursdays and Mondays each week. Because it's an 8-week course, it goes pretty quickly, and like I said, it's going to be pretty fast and furious. Your first assignment this week for Module 1 is due on Thursday, October 20th, and then you'll see that you've got something due on Monday the 24th, and then Thursday the 27th. You'll see that Monday-Thursday schedule until you get to week 4, which is the week of November 7th. November 7th is the Monday. I actually extended Module 6 to November 8th because I wanted to give you an extra day to actually create the 6 different charts that are required for that particular module. That one to me seemed a little bit more intense, so I wanted to give you an extra day to do that, which means I also bumped back when you are going in and reviewing others' work, which is Module 6A. And then we get back on the Monday-Thursday schedule after that. When we're at week 6, which is the week of November 21st, that is Thanksgiving week. There are no modules due that week, but I would recommend that you get started on the case study that week. That would be a good week to kind of catch up for anything that you're still needing to catch up on, remembering that there's some points deduction if work is late. But print off this case study, start looking at it, make sure that you work through that, because once you get done with Thanksgiving break, there's only 2 weeks left before the case study is due. So I want to make sure that you stay on top of that and get it done. The week of November 28th and then the week of December 5th are the last 4 modules, and then you have to submit your case study by 9 o'clock on December 12th, which is a Monday. I am responsible for submitting grades by December 12th. or December 16th, sorry. So I'll make sure that I have everything done by that time. The other thing that I wanted to point out, when you are posting your modules, what I'd like you to do is to make sure that when I click on module 1, I should be able to see your posts underneath this list. I should be able to click on module 1 on the left and see anything that's associated with module 1 on this particular page. Make sure that when you are submitting your modules and your reflections or assignments, that you put your name at the top or your and a description of the assignments and module that you're submitting, so that there's no question on my part which assignment or module that you're referring to when you make the post. Okay, I'm kind of looking at my notes to make sure I've covered everything I wanted to hit. Announcements page. Okay, I think that's it. As I mentioned, this class goes pretty quickly, so if you have any questions, my email is psirwin@mail.fhsu.edu, and I will check email every single day for my for the 4 days class that I'm teaching. So make sure that if you have any questions or you run into a snag at any time, that you either give me a call, and I'll post my my phone number as well in the Blackboard announcements. Make sure that you contact me as soon as possible if you are running into some issues. Don't let it slide, because, like I said, if you get a little bit behind, it's going to be hard to catch up and stay on top of it. So if you have any questions, please make sure you get a hold of me, and I'm looking forward to facilitating the class and learning from you as well. Have a great semester.